So the election and the changing of power could be big topics at this year's holiday celebrations. But how do you avoid all that political drama poisoning important relationships? WBZ's political analyst John Keller asked two experts for some tips.
I'm not asking you that. I'm asking you, Congressman. Were you the special agent in charge?
To show respect for a Secret Service member that died on 9/11.
From the halls of Congress to this staged but plausible reenactment of a holiday dinner.
Oh, my God.
Turkey at me?
Many of us are on edge these days, and politics has a way of pushing us over. In a pre-Thanksgiving CBS News YouGov poll, 71% said they would try to avoid talking about politics over the holiday.
It makes sense that people are feeling a lot of feels right now.
And while Marblehead-based etiquette expert Jody R.R. Smith says political discussions should be avoided if you're sure they're going to be toxic.
We are allowed to talk about politics. If we stop talking about it, we can never come together on anything. The question is this the time and place? She
advised planners of a wedding this fall, okay, not this one, to insert language in the invitation and program politely requesting that differences be set aside to focus on the couple, and it worked. But Boston etiquette expert Roseanne Thomas suggests you have the right to reject unwanted political talk.
You don't have to get involved if you don't want to. If you do, you listen respectfully. You kind of let them know that you heard what they've said. If you want to share your opinions, you do. But otherwise, you say, okay, that's interesting, and you move on.
Her getaway line and Smith's are notably similar.
That's interesting. But do you know what I find fascinating? And you can take the conversation and move it somewhere else altogether.
And if they persist?
If you'll excuse me and remove yourself from the situation.
There's going to be a lot of us saying, if you can excuse me, and we're going to be like, wait, they never came back to the table. But this is very helpful because seriously, people have anxiety about having to go to family functions and just knowing you've always got that one family member that is going to get things started. So just does it have to be this way, John?
I mean, you would hope not, Courtney, right? But preventing it is really hard work. The experts say you always want to take the high road, even if that means politely walking away from a conversation or avoiding the gathering altogether. Smith suggested sending cookies and your regrets if you just think it's going to be too toxic, and maybe reconnecting next year if things cool down. But Thomas observed that political nerves are more frayed than ever, and you got to remember one thing. You are not going to change Uncle Bob or Aunt Jane's mind over the eggnog, and they're not going to change yours. So maybe you want to reconsider whether you want to troll so hard or allow yourself to be trolled.
Listen, you heard it here from John Keller first. Just go ahead and send those cookies. Maybe send some wine.
Or just clap out.
One of those three options seems like it might be the safest, John. All right. As always, John Keller, thank you.
Thank you.